Hey guys, I'm Round 1 Fight, and this is my reaction to Shigaraki vs. Mahito, My Hero Academia vs. Jujutsu Kaisen, Death Battle. I guess I'm kind of excited about this one. I was never really into this match as much as other people, and personally, I think Shigaraki ain't shit. So to speak. There are quite a few My Hero characters who I think are severely overhyped, Bakugo being one of them, who also get away with basically all negative acts and not have any repercussions while the fans don't care, and Shigaraki is one of them, but ignore my hating. He's alright, I guess. Pretty cool character to bring on the show. Still wish they kind of waited until they can talk about spoilers, unless they actually do this time, which would be awesome, but they won't because the anime is not finished yet. Mahito's meh, he's a good villain. I don't see how people can actually think he wins. Of course, we just had Ghost Rider lose to Spawn, so he could win, though I don't see it. But it looks like we're nearing countdown, so... Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Never get tired of doing that. Ooh, cool. Let me just... Oh, nice.
Shigaraki versus Mahito. The symbol of fear versus the human disaster curse.
Looks really good.
And I'm Boomstick. And it's our job
Still
to
really
analyze
good.
Their weapons, armor, and skills to find out.
It's funny it's taking place in a subway. Wait, is that a new animation for Who's in Boomstick?
Tenko Shimura was just a sweet,
That looks new.
shy boy who loved superheroes.
Maybe they'll show up again this episode, who knows?
The hand of fate can't abide sweet shy boys.
Also, this editing I saw in both previews were so amazing. Grand Commander suffers from Kenichi's Sabita, I'm assuming that's a meme. League of Legends and Smash Bros. Lives in a society.
He accidentally killed his whole family. Well, except for dear old dad. That one was intentional.
Horikoshi's art is something else, man.
Silently begging for someone, anyone, to help him. If only a hero was there to save him. But instead, the only open hand he found.
Also, this writing is really good. Reminds me of stuff I try to make in my vlogs. And the best villain of the series. Suck it, Shigaraki. Riders, I bet you remember that.
And grooming him to one day lead his League of Villains in destroying Hero Society.
With that came a new name, Tomura Shigaraki, and an absolutely
good villain name. Like just
Decay.
Just to be fair.
It does what it says on the tin. Anything Shiggy touches with all 5 fingers turns to dust. The perfect power.
Fly through hands and feet, disintegrates physical matter, disintegrates energy attacks. Reactive evolution.
Not for that dorky ass costume.
Single range.
Hands are his thing, but come on, they just look so dumb and fake.
Oh, those aren't prosthetics. Those
yeah,
are
early on he kind of sucked.
From his family that he killed, attached to his face, and explicitly commanded to be left there by his mentor so that he would never forget his rage.
Okay.
While his use of decay started off relatively weak, it rapidly increased in power and range as Shigaraki came into
with the
his own.
cave, it looks a little better. His costume and whatnot. Him
touches
winning that fight against 3 Destro is stupid, though.
Spreading like an
Like, you can't stop physical force by that.
From an enormous tower to an entire city.
If decay reaches you, your only hope is to isolate the body part that is
I'm assuming they could say Mahito could do that, but he's not fast enough anyway.
After years of training with the greatest supervillain of all time, Shigaraki was finally put in charge of his own team with one mission. He must kill his master's rival,
what the heck?
the #1 hero, All Might.
Only to fall flat on his face.
Shigaraki was a terrible leader.
Yeah.
Quick-tempered, short-sighted, and, well...
Cringe! Oh, he's just so cringe. He uses gamer lingo unironically. He whines like a baby when things don't go his way. He's the kind of guy who would say normie in real life, in front of normies.
But they say defeat is the greatest teacher of all. Only through struggle could Shigaraki manifest his dark conviction.
Right as
and
All Might's new protege, Izuku Midoriya, was coming into his own as well.
These two rivals, the inheritors of their master's blood feud, would push
Is that
themselves past their
game
own
music?
limitations.
That's funny as
Especially
so.
when All Might and All for One double KO'd each other, leaving Shigaraki to lead the League of Villains all by himself.
And with the stakes higher than ever before, Shigaraki stepped up. He personally battled the monstrous Gigantomachia for a month and a half straight, and conquered other villain organizations to
That's
create
probably
the
gonna do one
Paranormal
for
Liberation
stamina.
Front. Thousands of new soldiers for his personal army.
All to impress All for One's personal quack, Dr. Ujiko, who spent months upgrading Shigaraki's body to make it more like his sensei's. It might have been constant agony, but Shiggy went from Chud to Chad.
Oh,
Ujiko's
man.
experimentation vastly increased Shigaraki's strength, speed, and durability, enough to match and surpass even All Might's absurd power.
Sharing All Might's power between them, Deku
That's
and
cool.
Bakugo were able to punch an
New
island-sized
calc, I
hole in
guess.
a cloud that reached 24 miles into the sky. We've calculated that before to be nearly 80 million megatons of TNT, almost as much as the meteor that wiped out the dinosaurs.
And Shigaraki
Oh,
can
so
now move fast enough that his body
they did
produces
use it.
hypersonic shockwaves and can even catch laser beams.
And he's tough enough to survive Star and Stripes Intercontinental Ballistic Cruise Punch.
New calc,
Now
maybe?
the new name for my penis. Move over, gigantic Omega Storm. Anyway, it also made a blast so big it showed up against the curvature of the Earth.
Though he might seem invincible, when Shigaraki's body is pushed hard enough, he will evolve into a state
Maybe
of
they'll calc that later.
uncontrollable power.
So Decay became, oh shit, more hands.
Shigaraki can spontaneously generate flesh into existence, seemingly oceans of it in an instant, whenever he wants. He can even use it as a type of armor to defend himself in close combat.
But that's nothing
That'll probably
compared
help
to
stop
Ujiko's
Idle
greatest
Transfiguration,
gift.
maybe.
Shigaraki wanted to be the new All for One, so what better way than the old man's quirk?
All for One's quirk, All for One, allows its user to steal and store quirks with just a touch.
And All for One has hundreds of them stored up,
Yep.
collected over the years.
Each quirk is connected to a memory of its user's essence in the form of a spirit, a vestige.
Though
Like a
created
piece of their
from quirk
soul.
factors are described
They
as being
exist
souls
in
and
this
spirits,
kind
it is
of
even remarked that
psychic
the vestige of
world
All
in
Might within
Shigaraki's
All for One
body,
becomes
and
more
can
clear as he
even
gets closer to
act as a
death.
spiritual defense should it be invaded.
And with those vestiges came
Spiritual
quirks
defense?
like
Yeah.
super fast healing, air blasts, radio waves, flight, telekinesis, teleportation of others, and the ability to track foes.
He can even combine multiple quirks together, like in this big-ass electric Kamehameha.
However, any
Shigaraki sold
vestige
dangerous
stolen or
specifically by
destroyed
stealing
will also
the
remove
vestige
that
rather than
quirk
quirk
from
factor, proving the
Shigaraki's
bit to our
repertoire.
link.
They're also
Okay.
sentient, and some can even fight for control.
Which is when the second shoe finally dropped. Because Shigaraki
Yeah, it's probably
also
gonna
got All
matter
for
a
One's
lot with,
vestige, that
Idle
means All for
Transfiguration.
One was now in possession of a shiny new body that he'd spent the last 15 years molding for him to take over.
Shigaraki's entire existence was planned from the beginning.
Oh, that's a bit of spoilers.
Because All Might's previous mentor was Nana Shimura, Tanko's grandmother.
Oh, that to mess with All Might. That is some next level hating right there.
He manipulated
beats and whatever.
Shigaraki's entire life, all for one purpose.
Oh, that's
Create a soul
spoilers
so
shown.
corrupted it would grind away at All Might's perfect world, allowing All for One to take full control.
But All for One's possession wasn't complete, and Shiggy managed to fight his way back to the top, literally decaying his way through vestiges in the process, all to
Ooh.
fight his rival Deku one last time.
Despite Izuku's best efforts to save him, Shigaraki was too far gone. His spirit decayed by years of venomous
Oh.
hatred.
And the new symbol of hope defeated the new symbol
Oh.
of fear, burying All for One's grudge.
They talked
for
to, oh
good.
my
All that
goodness.
Shigaraki asked was to be remembered
That's
as
so
the
cool.
heartless destroyer he was raised to be, and not the broken, angry, crying little boy he really was deep inside.
For just
That's
that
so cool.
one moment, though, Shiggy got in Deku the only thing he'd been denied his whole life. The one thing his lifelong nihilistic tantrum was really all about. He got a hero who tried to save him.
That's good. I may not like Shigaraki that much, but I gotta admit he's a pretty good character once people ignore all the dick writing and bias and whatnot. So that does. Sorry, guys, I'm doing that. Sometimes I get like that whenever I'm just excited in general. So with the stuff they said, I think it's pretty clear that Shigaraki is going to sweep him unless they bring up something like very different from Mahito, because they basically just confirmed they thought vestiges and souls were basically the same thing, and Shigaraki has several defenses in that form, along with much more versatility, obviously stat stops, various other factors. So I'm curious what they'll bring up for Mahito, but right now I do think they'll just have Shigaraki sweep him. I am very happy that they finally, brought up spoilers and didn't just hide it to make worse analysis.
Ever since Cain slew his brother,
well, I guess some people would disagree. I don't really care.
with his blood,
This is also something I would use in like a blog.
Man. But what if this fear took on a life of its own?
What if all that negative emotion humans felt for one another spilled from their bodies and congealed, forming, over time, a living being fueled by malice, which believes in nothing but the law of the jungle?
Well,
he's a pretty good hateable villain. I'll give that to Gege.
Patch face, Mahito. Oh, I've had people tell me I've become a human disaster curse when I've had too many mojitos.
Mahito
That's a funny joke.
is one of the
Name means true
beings to
person,
ever
fan of
afflict
Tolkien,
mankind.
lives in a
He's
society
no mere
again.
mortal, though, but a cursed
A few months
spirit.
old.
Innumerable spirits
Yeah,
exist,
I'll
weaker or stronger,
pretty sure they'll
depending
give
on the amount
Shigaraki
of
this
anxieties,
experience advantage by a
jealousy,
landslide.
hatreds and fears humans feel about them.
Like the fear of locusts, kind of weak. Or the fear of smallpox.
They should have reborn that
stronger.
thing
Or
back
the
when
fear
Moses
of fire.
let those things
Oh,
out.
Goodbye, Tokyo.
So it follows that mankind's fear of itself
Also
would be
really good manga
extremely
editing.
powerful. Those negative emotions manifest as Mahito, a being composed of cursed energy.
It's basically like evil ki. Cursed energy can be used to make spirits way stronger, faster, and tougher than any normal human. And it's invisible, making curses like Mahito
Yeah, they gave him
impossible for the
quirk
untrained
sensing
eye
stuff,
to
so
see.
he'll be able to
Only
see
a
him.
life or death situation can galvanize a normal person to see a cursed spirit.
That also makes cursed spirits virtually immune to physical damage.
Don't know about that
Physically
one.
present in space, but can
Partial.
only be
Oh,
harmed
so I
by
guess they are
attacks that
buying it.
embody
Auto
spirit matter
regenerative
like
reserves,
cursed
Black
energy.
Flash.
Which makes curses
Huh.
insanely hard to get rid of, like
They'll
ghosts,
probably say
cockroaches,
that's good
or
for
my ex.
stamina.
That's why you
Doubt
need a
it'll help him
Jujutsu
outlast
sorcerer to
Shigaraki, though.
come in and Kaisen the shit out of him. They call it exorcism.
Sorcery
but I
battle
like
is
the way I said it
hilarious.
better.
Curses and sorcerers have battled each other for millennia, waging an endless war over the fate of humanity. Almost exclusively in Japan, though, for some reason.
But Mahito
Like all
is
anime.
special. You see, most curses
Like
are
My
basically
Hero
dumb
themselves, for
animals,
example,
but
because
Mahito
apparently
has so much cursed energy
nobody really
that
has
it
powerful
gave
quirks
him
besides
sentience.
that.
So he was recruited by Kenjaku alongside other special grade disaster curses to wreak havoc
Man, Gyogo
around
is
the
so
world.
cool.
In fact, they made Mahito their leader.
And even more frightening than intelligence and bloodlust, Mahito possessed philosophy.
Perhaps informed by the tragic meaninglessness of interhuman conflict, Mahito is an existential nihilist, believing in nothing but his own will to power. It's a dog-eat-dog world, and Mahito is the wolf.
Which also makes him kind of a goofball. If nothing matters, why not have fun with the slaughter? Really get your steps in.
Yeah, he's a
He
real
loves to
hater,
dig around
for
and toy
lack of
with
a
your
better word,
emotions
like,
a cartoon
what's it,
character before
reverse
slitting
flash
your
or
throat.
whatnot.
An appropriate analogy considering his curse technique,
Idle transfiguration.
Using his
One
cursed
thing I'll
energy,
give
Mahito can
Jujutsu
control
Kaisen comes up with
anyone's
some
soul with
really,
just a touch,
really good names.
including his own. In fact, he's so good at manipulating his own soul that you can't even kill the bastard without directly targeting it.
in Jujutsu Kaisen,
According
the
to
soul and
Yaga,
the
one can
body
replicate his
share
soul
an
and its
immutable
information from the
connection.
information of the
Whatever
body, such as how he
happens to
created
the former
Panda.
affects the latter.
This lets Mahito squash, stretch, and shape-shift his body into literally anything he
Shaping for
wants.
offense,
like
reshaping,
Play-Doh.
reshaping his
He
soul
can
takes
turn his
damage.
limbs into blades
Domain
or clubs,
expansion,
grow wings like
enhance
a bird,
physicality,
or
blah, blah,
fins like
blah.
a fish, reform his body around injuries, or even create clones.
Curse users are naturally unharmed by their own ability. Should he touch a human, though, his alterations to their body are instantly fatal.
And since he's attacking your soul, those physical wounds are gonna be impossible to heal.
Even if his alteration isn't directly fatal, the human body won't last more than a few moments in a transfigured state.
All that with one touch! God, I thought herpes
Yeah.
was bad.
Hyping it up,
Powers
though.
mean Mahito treats humans as effectively disposable dolls that he can.
Those kinds of
gleefully
characters are always pretty cool to
experiment
see.
on. The more casualties, the better. Especially if
I'm
he gets to
assuming
break your
he's gonna go
spirit first
crazy
and
with
watch you
casualties.
suffer.
Even
At some
more
point.
twisted is when he combines
Mm,
two
but-
transfigured humans together for soul multiplicity. Essentially a giant torrent of body horror flesh that he repels at an opponent. Yeah.
Mahito is unbelievably creative with his application of idol transfiguration, and despite being a newborn curse, consistently keeps experienced sorcerers on the back foot.
It helps that he's a quick study who's picked up a number of different curse techniques, like the Black Flash.
Yeah.
By applying cursed energy within 1 microsecond of an impact with an enemy, space itself will distort, exponentially amplifying its force by a factor of 2.5.
Not only does this hurt like a mother, it restores your curse technique and gets you fully in the zone.
And would
That's cool.
require reflexes moving nearly 1,000 times the speed
Oh
of
yeah, they're
sound.
highballing it.
It's
So,
no
you know.
surprise then that Mahito also unlocked the pinnacle of sorcerer techniques, the domain expansion.
Oh shit!
The
More
wasn't
hands.
needed though.
A domain is like a barrier of cursed energy, but if you're caught inside, Mahito can use idol transfiguration instantly without even needing to touch you.
It's called the self-embodiment of perfection, the ultimate expression of Mahito's absolute control over his victim's body and soul. The only time it ever failed was against the student sorcerer and Mahito's archenemy, Yuji Itadori.
Because not only was Yuji a barf-inducing goody little two-shoes who believed in the inalienable rights of all living things, blah, 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 he also had a curse inside of him.
The king of curses.
They'll probably elaborate here.
Which meant Mahito's ability affected both souls in Yuji's body. Sukuna didn't like that. No surprise, it kicked Mahito's ass, forcing Patchface to fight with a handicap whenever facing his pink-haired menace.
Yuji's belief
Yeah,
in
same
the
thing with All for
value of
One,
human
probably.
life flew directly in the face of the world that Mahito knew to be cruel and meaningless. So he made it his mission to crush Yuji's spirit before killing him, murdering his friends, defiling their corpses, and brutally battering him before going in for the kill.
And he's got the strength to do it. Mahito's one of the most powerful curses in the world, and his growth is exponential.
Fellow disaster curse Jogo was able to
Show
summon a
Mahito's
massive
relatives
meteor
to sparring
capable of
sessions.
reducing the city of Shibuya to ash.
Show
That'd take an energy of over 800 kilotons of TNT.
show skills to Jogo and
Mahito
whatnot.
can take as good as he can give, especially when, in the throes of struggle against Yuji, he evolved, unlocking a vastly more powerful form.
Good music.
The instant body of distorted killing.
Complete with armored exoskeleton and arm blades, this was a taste of the almighty curse Mahito was growing into, a true blight on all mankind.
It wouldn't last. In a bitter battle of resolve, Yuji won out. In a dog-eat-dog world, there was now a bigger wolf.
So
Yep,
he tucked
that's a
tail
good scene.
and ran away like a bitch. And what do you know? Life suddenly became a whole lot more meaningful the second it looked like it was about to end.
All that gleeful nihilism, just a bitter hypocrisy in the end.
For him, maybe, but Mahito found a convert in his archenemy. After a battle that wiped out thousands of innocent people, Yuji's youthful spirit was gone. The only thing left that mattered was exorcising this curse.
In a way, that was Mahito's final victory, the destruction of another human being's soul. He may not have been around to see it, but the curse Mahito inflicted on the world would bring it to its knees.
Good analysis. Huh. That's cool. Alright, so... yeah, I'm pretty sure that, like, just by their own logic, and not even my own, Shigaraki is gonna body him. They mentioned far higher stats, so obviously there's that angle. With other stuff, better abilities, pod could resist idol transfiguration, etc.
We've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a
Death battle! Kick his ass, Shigaraki. Interesting. Ugh. Is he gonna be skipping or something, or what? Ooh. Oh, we can see him, that's cool.
I'd heard of a powerful villain stalking these parts. My organization is going to tear this putrid world down around us. We
Good
could
voice.
use a freak of your talents.
Little old me. Do I want to be king of the social rejects? How about I bring them your head instead?
Nice.
Fine by me. Let's call this your audition.
That looks so cool. I'm gonna need to listen to this music later. I can't even hear because I got one earbud in. Ooh, that looks so cool. Nice.
Game over.
That looks cool. Yo.
Did you actually just say that?
Oh, that's funny.
God, how lame!
Yeah, that's funny. Nice. Oh, they're jumping him. Oh, that's funny.
Audition over.
Did I get the part?
Nice. Oh, that looks so cool.
Decay.
That's nice. Oh, rivet stab. Black flash.
What a rush.
Oh, that looks so good. Ooh. Oh, that looks so good. Oh my goodness, that looks so cool. Yeah, this is really funny.
That all you got?
Domain expansion.
Yep. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Oh man, that looks so good.
I can read your soul. You're just a scared little boy whose daddy is mean and wants to make it everyone else's problem. Grow up.
All for one. Oh!
Hands off my masterpiece.
Oh! Oh!
I felt your soul too. You only hate humanity because you were born that way.
Oh, he's running. Yeah, he's dead.
Random. I hate them for a reason.
That's funny.
You grow up.
Yep. Yep. Screw you, Mahito.
Like a bitch.
With their
Yeah.
complex power sets, this match was a puzzle to figure out, which is why we're breaking it down to 3 categories: physical stats, survivability, and their powers.
But first, let's address one thing. Could Shigaraki even see Mahito?
Fair.
He's an invisible curse after all.
Cursed energy and quirks are notably different, and Shigaraki wouldn't be able to see curses normally. However, even regular humans can spontaneously develop the ability to see curses in life and death scenarios. And with the Surge quirk,
Curses aren't invisible,
Shigaraki
blah,
would
blah,
have
blah.
had no
Extrasensory
problem
abilities
tracking it.
So seeing
would be
Mahito
undefeated.
wouldn't have been an issue. With that out of the way, we can jump into their stats.
Yep.
This was no contest. Despite the disaster
Can you also
curse
scale the
of being
creation
able to
techniques due to
destroy
his stats,
entire
especially
cities
disaster
with their
curse
cursed
needs, but
energy,
still not surpass his
Shigaraki's
strength.
Scaling to Deku
Yep.
and Bakugo meant he was calculably millions of times stronger.
He was faster too.
Potentially scale the relativistic and light speed, due to keeping up with, he was still not surpass Shigaraki's speed.
1,000 times the speed of sound.
Yep.
Nothing to scoff at, but Shiggy was thousands of times faster. Shigaraki takes stats.
But survivability was a little trickier to figure out.
Yep, in terms of raw durability, Shigaraki was a lot tougher, and his ability to generate new
His
flash
duration
meant
to
that he could
nullify
heal any
is predicted
wounds
on
he
its
might
damaging
receive
souls,
super
cannot
easy.
ascertain, so we cannot stop
Mahito
Shigaraki
is
from
a
healing.
curse and is immune to the kind of overwhelming physical damage Shigaraki could dish out. Not only that, Mahito's regenerative ability via idle transfiguration meant that he'd come back from anything short of spiritual damage.
Considering Mahito's unique curse body, he should actually get the edge in survivability.
Which presents a crucial question. Could Shigaraki even kill a curse like Mahito in the first place?
Or would Mahito's unkillability give him the time he needed to eventually put Shiggy down with idle transfiguration?
It all comes down to their powers.
Shigaraki had a lot more variety with all of the crazy quirks All For One had collected over all the years, but none that we know of could properly kill a curse. That didn't mean idle transfiguration was a surefire bet either, though.
Of all things, Shigaraki's vestiges
Survived
served
multiple
as a
transfer
spiritual
attacks.
shield from the effects of
His
idle
body evolved to counter these
transfiguration.
punches
The
automatically,
fact
so
that
yeah, he
Mahito
just
could
knows
not
it.
avoid targeting Sukuna while attacking Yuji meant that he couldn't target specific souls inside a person.
And Shiggy has hundreds of soul-like entities inside of him. Sure, each one down means he loses a quirk, But that's more than enough time to land a single hit with Decay, especially considering how much faster Shiggy is.
And Mahito has no way to defend against Shigaraki's
Still die
primary
first, spending
quirk.
all their curse
Decay
energy.
has affected
45 days
spiritual
stamina,
beings in the
easily wins the war
past.
restriction.
Again, vestiges. In fact, he was able to damage Deku's vestige and have that damage transferred to the Deku in the real world.
Mahito may be made of spirit energy, but he still has a physical form. In fact, sorcerers
Additionally
that
shielded by pure
naturally
hatred.
target the soul
Yeah.
were able to fight him on even footing. No reason to think Shiggy wouldn't decay him like everyone else.
Allowed to
Giving
separate, however, with
Shigaraki
Shigaraki's
the
overwhelming
third
speed advantage, she
and
cannot do so
final
forever.
edge. It was
Yep.
a unique duel to the death, but Shigaraki's overwhelming might, unstoppable powers, and deadly decay spelled the end for the disaster curse.
Yep,
Nothing else
screw
to
you,
say.
Mahito.
You really gotta hand it to Shigaraki.
The winner is Tomura Shigaraki.
Good job.
Next
Alright, what's
time
next?
on Death Battle.
Oh.
Subscribe and join as a member to see more Death Battle. Thanks for watching.
It's cool, I guess. Not really my specific matchup. Like, not that big of a fan of it. Yeah, it was a really good episode. I'm happy that Shigaraki won, because screw you, Mahito. And I'm also happy that they also went, oh yeah, even if you scale Mahito to all this bull crap, Shigaraki would still sweep him in stats. Yeah, that was personally very, very happy. I'm very happy to see that. Alright, so, really good episode. I'll probably have to watch it more later, but pretty happy with that. I'm curious if next time they'll actually they'll just have Doomslayer's Stomp, which I'm assuming they will, but happy it wasn't a match I tried to join the G1 for, assuming they ever let me back on, that is. Yeah, I don't really have much to say. That was a good match. Thanks for watching, y'all, and I'll see you next time for Master Chief vs. Doomslayer. Have a good one.